Hey guys, what's up? It's Bernice back. So I was showing you that I had did a little project. I had a little something going on with my sink in my house. It was very loose, and you can see I'm showing you guys where it was completely loosed at, and it was wobbling. And so my daughter brought it to my attention, and she was like, "Mom, my girlfriend's sink was like this." Next thing I know, her sink is broken. And I was like, thanks for reminding me. Let me go ahead and try to figure out. So I had my handy dandy tools, my cobalt, and I was moving. So you see, I literally was on the ground, and I had to figure this out. I'm not a plumber. I am not Mrs. Fix-It. I am just being honest that I literally was just trying to save my sink from the headache of having to try to buy a new one or anything breaking and water flying all over the place. Someone thought that was funny. Yeah, so I definitely had both the tools. I didn't know what I needed, so you'll see as I continue to try to go in and work through this process. I just kind of had to figure this out. So my whole thing is just me doing real estate, right? I really want to do real estate. I want to learn what I can learn. I want to learn every aspect of it. I do want to ultimately be like a developer. That's what they call them now. But through this real estate journey, this is, me doing these little small tasks. I thought they were I actually really like doing hands-on tasks. I felt like sometimes I should have been like a carpenter because I like doing fun little things. Nonetheless, this was very exciting, but I'm trying to get back. Let me get back. Focus. So I just would like to figure out the strategies and figure out what I need to do so that I can do the real estate. I did kind of take some courses that kind of gave me a foundation. And so I have those under my belt, right? I've started the process. My issue is this funding and not having the proper money necessary or the money needed, and then knowing how to execute properly, and then also having proper people that I can rely on and not have to rely on my job every day. That is where my issue comes from, because I have to go to work, and then I also need to be at the projects so I can make sure certain things are being done, and then I can turn around and figure that part of life out, right? And so I'm just really excited to start, but I think I wish I mean, I don't know. I had family members that was doing this, and they're no longer with me, right? And so I wish some days that I can tap in and be hey, now don't get me twisted. Don't get me wrong. I am not talking about necromancy. I'm not talking about pulling up the dead and asking them anything. But it would be nice if I would have had their notebook. It would be nice if I would have had their blueprints and their foundation, and being able to tap in and talk to my family and say, hey, listen, how did you do this? What was your best way of doing X, Y, and Z? All of the older family members that I did have are now gone. And a lot of the ones that are here are not into the things that I'm interested in. And so I'm not going to force anybody. I can't tell somebody to give me their ideas, right? When they're not here. So I'm pretty much on my own trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what step, who I meet. So I do go to networking events. I go to a lot of real estate events, which are really, really good, that I do like and I enjoy. And I link up and I meet all types of people. And so I need to move in that direction. There are definitely opportunities out here, especially where I'm living at now, that have programs or have opportunities for me to pick up and start becoming a developer. And I think that might be more me just stepping out there and saying all right, this is what I want to do. But it's I keep saying but I want to get the paperwork done in the background, and then take the time off from work, because then I'll have time to touch based with certain things, or I would have to get a project manager. That's not my place, but I would like to know, like, what does this project manager do? I am very efficient in certain things, and so once you show me, I can perfect it and I can do it. But I don't want to be like that if that's not a place where I need to be at. I really want to have the multiple different, I think project management would be pretty good, but I definitely want to be in the development stage. I just got to figure out where I want to put myself at, like where I want to plant myself. Having those properties are definitely a bonus, but it's just trying to figure out like where I actually want to be at, because if you don't have help, you're kind of like out here lost by yourself. And did you just see him? He just, kind of just like tapping on my stomach. So mommy needs to have a flat tummy because this boy will violate you, okay? And when I say that, he loves to touch my squishy tummy is what he says. But yeah, so back to what I'm saying is I definitely need to figure that thing out. And I think I'm at a place where I'm ready to go at this hard, but I'm still working. So I got to figure out, how do you go at it hard and still work so that I can leave the one job? Because I think I am getting at a place where I really want to transition, but I need some stability. And I'm like, how do people do this? What are they doing? Like, and people really just get up and they do it, but I just really need some real stability. I need a good play that I could be like, you know what, this play is worth me transitioning and going to the next phase and going to the next place in my life. I think I have not found that, and so that's why I have been a little hesitant. And then I kind of left it alone, and I can't get like that. I have to get to a place where, like, these are the decisions that I'm making, and the decisions that I'm making, they do not feel good. It's like the blue and the red screwdrivers that you see. I got a flathead and I got a four-way, right? I have to make a decision as to which one is going to work or help me, because all the tools that I had previously had in this video did not work. And so I needed something simple and small to help me screw what I found out was to screw the bolt back into the top of the sink portion to tighten it up. But you'll see this in a minute. Nonetheless, that Ryobi did kind of do good, but it didn't allow me to utilize the space that I had, so I couldn't kind of get in there and tighten it up the way that I want to. But you see, I just got a little excited because once I did what I needed to do, it started to tighten up. And so I realized, like, oh, I was on to something with that Ryobi, but I could not get the rest of the feel of it. I needed something smaller to just get in there in like a hand and just twist. This is kind of like my life in real estate, and this is where I'm at today. This is why I am just coming back on here, and we're going to try this again. We're going to do the real estate. We're going to talk about it. I don't know. Maybe I'll start interviewing people and see like how they started, or interviewing people and like seeing certain things. I don't know. I'm just trying to get a feel. What do y'all think? What do you think would be a best thing for me to do, or best way for me to go about this, being as though I need to learn everything? I don't have a lot of daytime to kind of bring this on. Like, how do I network these things? Like, maybe getting into networking with some of the people that I have, and then getting on like my like videos and like talking to them. I don't have a podcast, so, but I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this thing out, because I need some insight and some ideas that will allow me to get to the place where I want to be. And I think that it would be beneficial for everybody else, right? Like, what are those small things and those small strategies and those tricks that people use and they do that will help them later on in life? And that would definitely help me. And then I could be able to be like, you know what? These things do help. And so I think, I don't want to feel like I'm just rambling, but I definitely want to find a way or a strategy to approach it, knowing that I'm still working and I have a livelihood and a family that I have to take care of. Well, it's just me and my young buck. But the one, the stomach groper, and my youngest daughter, which is an adult. So I really don't have to take care of her much, but she definitely takes care of herself. But we all live together is what I'm saying. So I still have a family that I have to take care of. But look at that. Yay! I was able to fix the sink. It's nice and tight and sturdy. Even to this day. It's very nice and tight and it's sturdy. And so it is everything that I needed to be. And it's still working. Yay. So I did work that out. And that's how my life is going to turn out. It's going to be victory, where I still begin. I'll get firm foundation, right? Firm, where I'm not moved, but I am going to be operable and I'm going to work, and it's going to work out in my good, in my best interest. So that's what's going to happen for me. That's what happened for my sink. And so I want to say thank you guys. I appreciate you being with me today on this journey. As we talk and just kind of chat it out and trying to figure this thing out. And it's going to come together. So I'm not going to worry about it. Just like that sink just kind of came together after I tried a couple things, tried a bunch, and we got the stomach groper right here, and it worked out. Why not? Why will it not work out? There's always a way out. And I believe that there's going to be, look at this. It's going to be another way out for me. And so I appreciate you guys. Peace. Good night.